Hey folks, yes, it's still some Secret of Monkey Island special edition. This is a little bonus video. I am doing the alternative ending where we didn't sink our shit. I am starting from this point for a reason. There is an extra scene that you get to see, which we'll see shortly, to do with, well, what happens if you don't sink your ship. Sink your ship, Jesus Christ. Sorry about that. I'm incredibly speechless. Lexic. God, that's even worse. So we've just gone on the route. I think you have to do the whole back and forth thing, and then hello? This time? I'm not sure what's going on here. We're going. We should have no problem. Oh, maybe I skipped it. Sorry, that was obviously what I did. I skipped that whole scene. So we've got on the route and we've got the
after some more furious paddling
stuff and blah blah blah. Here we go.
You scared me half to death.
Have a taste of root beer, you evil spirit.
Oh, we'll just get rid of Bob this time. We don't need him.
If it's ghosts you're after, I can tell you where the others are.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'll zap you anyway.
But I'm a friendly ghost.
You're not Casper,
Honest.
you're Bob.
Yeah, I think I'll zap you anyway.
But I'm a friendly ghost. Honest.
Okay, we can't.
Tell me where the ghost ship is.
Maybe if you do it 100
If I
times or
tell
something.
you promise not to hurt me?
I won't not promise to avoid refraining from harming you.
What?
What happened to the ship?
If I tell you, will you promise not to hurt me?
No promises, Ghost.
No stories either.
Oh, come on.
Have a taste of root beer, you evil
Alright,
spirit.
we'll do it this time.
You'll never find out about the ship.
Tell me where the ghost ship is.
We'll do it this time. We'll
If I
stop
tell
playing
you,
around.
will you promise not to hurt me?
Okay, I promise.
God.
Okay. They all left for the wedding.
Ooh.
Why are you still here?
I don't think we asked this last
My
time.
head
Oh, yes,
fell
we
into
did.
lava there, and I had to chase after it. And when I came back, they had gone. Shame, too. I hate to miss the wedding.
What wedding?
So we've gone over all this stuff,
Melee
but
Island.
that's kind of the best time to start recording the video.
How will they...
When I could
Where's the wedding?
There's a lovely church.
have
in
a
Melee
decent
Island.
starting point.
They're headed there.
And at least allow myself to explain
Melee Island? Oh no.
what this video is about.
I
We'll give up.
I'm tired of chasing them everywhere.
It's been a long quest.
What? You can't give up now. What kind of a hero are you anyway?
Well, I am a pirate.
Right. I've got to stop that wedding.
Bye.
And yeah, we do zap him. Bye, Bob.
Wow.
And see our crew's here this time, rather than him and Tupra.
Oh, there you are.
We've been looking all over for you.
How did you get in here
God,
without
yeah,
using
that's the
the
point.
head?
What?
Well, I mean, that is, you don't seem to have a head, and...
What?
Never mind.
Long story. Let's get back to
We've
Melee.
got to get back to Melee Island.
No kidding.
Yeah, we're out of sunscreen.
Come on,
Kind of
let's
lost
go.
his accent there, Otto. Well, see, that's what happens when you do it without sinking the ship. But we still have an additional scene. However, I will play through the rest of the game in old school EGA mode.
Well,
I was excited about getting sunscreen. So some extra dialogue there. Want to see a neat trick? Gosh, yes. I love magic tricks. Neat, huh? One of the things I did notice, and I was going to point it out in the credits, and I don't think I pointed it out during the playthrough, the monkey head, we do too. It's right here. The monkey head is on, sorry, I'm not thinking straight. The monkey head in the EGA version, or whatever you want to call it, the original version, is crying blood. In the remake, it's not. So I'm wondering if there's some kind of censorship, which is kind of weird despite the fact you can still switch back to this version and see the blood tears, but it's clearly not in the remake, and it clearly is in the original. So I was just kind of wondering what it is. Maybe it didn't look good when they tried to animate it in the new version. Who knows? Anyway, we've got the wedding to stop. The reason, any man with reason that these two are people should not be united in blissful matrimony, let him speak now or forever hold his peace. Stop the wedding! Hey, who's that? Sorry, I'm just going to do terrible voices. You, there we go. Take this, you vaporous voodoo vermin. Great, nice dialogue. Are you trying to bribe me? Well, maybe. I do think there's a different line he says in the sequel, which we will be playing very shortly. I don't know if I'll be able to record it tonight. I'll try recording some tonight, because I did want to move on to the sequel. It is my favourite game of all time. What Chuck was going to marry you. We'll do slightly different lines of dialogue. Ooh, a surprise. Oh, we'll just skip right to it. We know that she managed to escape because LeChuck's crew were originally her crew or her friends or something like that. So they just basically let her go. If you missed that, and then if you're watching just to see the additional ending. I wouldn't necessarily call this one the bonus ending, though I do think, like I said during the series, that I think the game kind of intentionally leads you to destroy your boat because it's already aiming at the boat, the rock. So when you initially go up and push it, you'll sink your ship by accident. Yeah, we'll just say that again. Yeah, that's the line. Something that begins with a B. But yeah, like I said, this is different because, yeah, like I said, last time we just went into word fight and ended up knocking us out. This time we're going straight into it, using it, and like I said, it's jammed. So we can't use it anywhere. And we'll land at stands. There goes the grog or the root beer. And there goes Guybrush as well, and there goes LeChuck. I mostly wanted to do it so we could show LeChuck's face, because it looks a lot better, I think, in the original version than it does in the remake. The remake just looks way too cartoony. And I know that's the look they were going for, but to me it just doesn't work. And should we end it at stands? We can end it pretty much any place on the map. Let's see where else we can land. I don't want to do it at the docks because that's where we did it last time. And stands is not really the most exciting place since that's where you land anyway to begin with. And therefore, I think most people have probably seen it finish at stands. So we'll try to land somewhere else. I think you can land pretty much anywhere, including Hook Island, the Swordmaster's house, which if we land there, that's where I want to do it. I don't think you can land at the circus. But I think you can land at a few other places. We walked right into that one. Didn't get any more pieces there. But we should land... Oh, we're landing at the sword instructor's house. We could finish it here. We'll see where we land next. We'll go for a tour from Melee Island, and no, I won't have enough time to record Monkey Island 2 tonight, but that doesn't really matter since by the time this goes up anyway, I would have recorded it. So just assume that I've recorded it. I'll probably record it tomorrow night. Plus it is reasonably late. God, we went straight up and down. Maybe just really wants us to record here, finish up here. Let's just walk away. Just walk away. That's how you solve violence, kids. Just walk away. Okay, we're not moving anywhere. We'll give it one more go. Because we definitely know that we can finish off in different places. And I know for sure we can finish off in different places. But for some reason, maybe it doesn't let you move away from here. No, back it stands. Definitely don't want to finish there. Don't want to finish at the dock with stands. So if we can only finish off at the instructor's house, so be it. I'm just pretty sure I have finished off at the Swordmaster's house before. No. Ah. It's going to be a longer video than necessary. Also, do note, by the time we had reached Monkey Island, which is where I reloaded my save, we were well over the time needed to finish the game, to get the bonus, to get the achievement for speedrunning it. So there's just no chance of that happening. We won't get that achievement, and I wasn't going to play the whole game over again to get that achievement. Just wasn't really worth it. It would have taken too long. Still would have taken me about 2 hours to get there. And I'm not really going to invest that amount of time where it took me, say, I think maybe 15 minutes to finish Monkey Island off. Doing it as fast as possible. Apparently you can only go between these 3 places. I was pretty sure you could finish off at Carla's or whatever her name is. But we'll finish off at the Captain Sly, Captain Smy, Captain Smee, whatever his name is. Finish off at his place. Since I really can't be bored pissing around much longer. Alright, we'll wrap up the game. use root beer with LeChuck. And boom, it's all over, folks. So when I finished off the game, I posted the last video on Tumblr. I had a comment on Tumblr, somebody wanted me to review the game, what I thought of it in a text review, and that was, God, however many months ago now, maybe 2 months ago since I've done that. I haven't really had time to do it. I still don't necessarily have time. Maybe in 3 more weeks I'd have time to do it, but at this point in time I don't. I just don't have time to. See, that face looks a lot better than the cartoony one. Anyway, so I thought I'd do a review of the credits, a video review, to add something extra to it. And we will be watching the credits in the new version because we watched it in the original. And we'll do this in the new version as well.
Yikes.
We'll carry on this one for a while in the original. I do want to skip to... See, there's the achievement for the 2 endings. So it says this Marooned everyone for unlocking the secret ending. But like I said, the game really does lead you down that path to do it. Can I buy you a root beer? Sure. That'd be nice, actually. Oh, is there? Gosh, I hope Stan's okay. Again, he lands at the docks, or whatever you want to call it, not necessarily the docks, but the wharf. Melee Town. And this is the bonus scene that we didn't get to see last time, because we marooned everyone, like the achievement says. So enjoy.
Now I wonder where my pirate friend has got to. I certainly hope he didn't leave without me.
Yeah, that's it.
At least I learned something from all this.
What's that?
It's not the size of the ship.
That's the motion of... I bet you have. I bet you have. So there we go. Secret of Monkey Island. Special edition. So I'll try to review both of them equally. The first time I played Monkey Island was actually the demo of it. I had on PC. I had a version on Amiga that didn't work. We got an Amiga 2000, I think it was, which had Monkey Island 1 and 2 inbuilt into it. For some reason Monkey Island 1 would never work. Monkey Island 2 did, so that's where I initially played that. I played a demo on one of those compilation discs that used to get on PC many years ago, if people remember those. Not necessarily a demo disc, but kind of a shareware thing that was generally used as promotion. To the same extent demo discs were, but you usually have more shareware based games rather than demos. Shareware was kind of fan based games, or early Duke Nukem's, Commander Keen, stuff like that, where you get a full chapter. I guess you still call it demo, but it was really known as shareware back in those days. And it's more equivalent to a trial version of an XBLA game. But anyway, that's off topic. The demo, or whatever you want to call it, was actually a separate story. You could finish off very early, you just had to get across the bridge where the troll was protecting it. The troll wants the fish still, so it was basically the same scene, but the bridge was where Stan landed. So you got to explore some of Melee Island, basically 2 screens. You went to go to the pub, but I think the pirates were there. I think it was just 1 screen, 2 screens rather, the main pub area, and then you went out back, and then you could go to the voodoo place and that should tell you the story, and you could talk to the free man of low moral fiber, a few other things, but really there wasn't a lot there. It was just kind of a teaser to look at what the game was like. was at the credits over already. No. Anyway, then back when piracy was different, I did actually play it at a friend's house on the Amiga. I still had an Amiga at that point. He had the full version of it, which was on, bloody 10 discs or something like that. I've still got a copy. I've got a copy of the Amiga one now. I think I might have shown it before. So I played that way, and then later on got the 2 discs, the 1 CD compilation with both games on it. And I enjoyed it. I'd already played Monkey Island 2 at that point, and Monkey Island 2 is by far superior. Better graphics, better story, just better gameplay in general. But I still enjoyed the game very much, and I had heard about the game a lot. I had read about it in magazines, Amiga magazines or PC gaming magazines, stuff like that. So I really wanted to play it after enjoying Monkey Island 2 for so long. So it was kind of the first experience playing it, was doing the whole disc change things. And the game is a lot harder than Monkey Island 2 in a lot of ways. Having to do the insult sword fighting and some of the puzzles, like needing to follow the the shopkeeper to find the sword master and stuff like that were a bit weird. There's a few mazes in it where you don't really have mazes in Monkey Island 2 beyond a certain scene you'll see when I do the Let's Play of it. There are 2 scenes that are similar to mazes, but one of them is more reminiscent of the finding the treasure here, and the other one is, it's a thing in itself, but they're a lot more simple than they are in this. Getting through the catacombs to find LeChuck's ship wouldn't necessarily be that easy to do. You wouldn't really think of it. You wouldn't really think of needing to go back to the natives and getting the head or anything like that. So it's really easy to get stuck on this game. The puzzles aren't as obvious as they are in Monkey Island 2, at least. There are some difficult parts of Monkey Island 2, without a doubt, and for that alone, Monkey Island 2 had the easy mode, or whatever you want to call it. It had 2 modes you could load up. So for that end, it definitely had an easier mode where you just had to skip like 90% of the puzzles. You just really got a straight run where you didn't need to do anything. You just walked into a room and they'd give you the item basically, and you got to carry on. So it was really simple. The only part that was reasonably difficult was you had to do the Largo embargo scene roughly how it was. The items were different, and you didn't have as much problem as you did running into Largo in the original story. But anyway, I wish Free would return. We'll go back out. Anyways, no, we can leave this on. Well, no, it's all over. Further achievements. Anyway, for this version, I think they did a decent job with it. Maroon everyone. Maroon Himitifra and Maroon Color. Otis, I thought it was Otto for some reason. Otis, meet Hogan on Monkey Island, complete the game without using any hints. Complete the last part, complete part 3. Escape from Monkey Island Cannibal Hut 5 times. Completed all the notes, the memos sent between him and Toothbra and LeChuck and the cannibals. Completed part 2, completed part 1. Guybrush learned all the insults. Guybrush can hold his breath for 10 minutes, but not any longer than that. Experience the original classic, and that one is speedrun. And we'll return to the game library. I think they did a decent job, but they removed a lot of stuff from it. A lot of it was just a lot of the detail and charm that was in the original. The remake's got nicer graphics, sure, but it's just very plain painted. They did a better job with the second one, which you'll see when I do it. But it's just not the same. It's the graphics are fine, so you see a lot of stuff here. But just having these kind of painted pictures doesn't have the same effect. The controls for the Xbox version, I haven't played it on PC. My cousin's girlfriend. Original remastered. The remastered one's the one I've played as well. The original was the Amiga one. Remastered was a CD one, which I've got 2 copies of now. And a special edition. Oh, a promo for Ghost Killer. I think the biggest improvement was the music. Having speech come back, having a lot of the same voice actors from the rest of the series was good. From Curse of Monkey Island also Escape from Monkey Island, which is still yet to play. I've got, again, 2 copies of that. I still didn't play it. I never played it. I've only played the starting scene and got bored of it. But having that come in was very good. I don't like the look of LeChuck and Ivor of the remakes. You'll see them in Monkey Island 2 shortly. There's a Monkey Island 2 version of LeChuck there. Sorry, Guybrush there anyway. I think they might have aimed to do him like that in this, but obviously it's not a good idea. They really based him more off the Curse of Monkey Island version, though he's slightly they try to make him more 3D at the same time, which I think is the biggest fault, and especially the biggest fault in Monkey Island 2. They really overboard on the 3D for LeChuck. Everyone else looks fine, but LeChuck looks really, really bad in my opinion, in the second one even. But just like stuff like this, where you clearly see, like, they've obviously added the more detail. So he's got his logo on his jacket there, which maybe they intended to have in the original game. And you know, you could barely see the sword through that ghost's head. There's a lot added to it. And maybe for newer audiences, it's got all the versions of Monkey Island characters. Monkey Island 1, Monkey Island 2, 3. He didn't look too bad in Escape from Monkey Island, actually. Still think 2's the best. And yeah. And that's all that. Anyway, join me again for Monkey Island 2. I think they did a decent job at remaking it. Apparently wanted to do an animated feature, which would have been really, really cool. I will look at it another time. But anyway, that's kind of my short review of it. It's a great game. One of the top games of all time, top adventure games at least. You constantly hear people talk about it if you mention adventure games. But really, Monkey Island 2 is still the far superior one. It is my favourite game of all time. It's got better dialogue, better story, better characters. There's so much more you can do in it. So much more of a funky environment. It's such a great ending that people still talk about to this day. Monkey Island 1 was just really such a simple game, but it was such a leap forward from what they had done originally. Prior to that, they had Maniac Mansion, Zack McCracken and the Alien Mindbenders, and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, which was actually a decent game, but the other two were just great games, really, really simple. They just didn't have much story to it. Basically, something happens and you've got to stop it, and that's it. There was no dialogue in the games really either. I don't think any of them even had a talk function. I don't even think Indiana Jones did, to be honest. So just dialogue wasn't a focus, so they really tried to bring dialogue into Monkey Island. They did a great job. When you compare it to where they came from, it's a great move. But just the leap forward from Monkey Island 1 to Monkey Island 2, it's just even bigger. It's even bigger step. And you'll see that. Anyway, I'm rambling now, so thanks for watching, and bye-bye for now.